Around 2000 BC, the Americas were inhabited by diverse indigenous peoples. Cultures like the Hohokam and Hopewell thrived in North America, relying on hunting, fishing, gathering, and early agriculture. They crafted stone and ceramic tools and established trade networks for goods like copper, shells, and gemstones. In Central America, advanced civilizations like the Olmecs emerged, known for colossal stone heads and developing writing and calendars. Between 300 and 900 AD, the Maya civilization flourished in Mexico and Guatemala, building cities like Tikal and Chichen Itza with massive temples, observatories, and sophisticated mathematical and astronomical systems. Further south, the Inca and Aztec civilizations later arose, noted for grand architecture, advanced farming like corn and potatoes, and complex social structures. Around 1000 AD, Vikings led by Leif Erikson from Scandinavia reached North America's shores, likely Newfoundland, becoming the first Europeans to make contact. However, their impact was not lasting. Indigenous groups like the Apache, Navajo, Cherokee, and Iroquois continued to thrive across the continent, developing diverse cultures with unique languages, customs, and spiritual beliefs. Some built stone dwellings, pueblos, or large villages with complex political systems, like the Iroquois Confederacy. In 1492, Christopher Columbus, an Italian explorer backed by Spain, landed in the Caribbean, launching the era of European colonization. The Spanish quickly established colonies in Central and South America, building cities like Mexico City atop Aztec ruins. In the 16th and 17th centuries, other European powers, England, France, and the Netherlands, joined in. The English founded Jamestown in Virginia in 1607, their first permanent colony. Puritan settlers arrived in New England on the Mayflower in 1620, laying cultural and religious foundations. European diseases like smallpox decimated native populations, and wars and displacement disrupted their lives. The African slave trade began, bringing millions to work on plantations. In the 18th century, tensions grew between Britain's 13 colonies and the Crown. Heavy taxes, like the Stamp Act and Tea Act, and lack of representation in Parliament fueled discontent. The American Revolutionary War began in 1775, and on July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence, drafted by Thomas Jefferson and others, was proclaimed. With French aid, the colonies won, and the 1783 Treaty of Paris recognized the United States as independent. The Constitution was written in 1787, and in 1789, George Washington became the first president. In the 19th century, the U.S. expanded westward with the Louisiana Purchase 1803 from France and the annexation of Texas and Western territories. This growth involved conflicts with Native Americans and a war with Mexico 1846 to 1848, gaining California and other areas. The biggest challenge was slavery. The industrial North sought its abolition, while the agricultural South depended on it. This led to the Civil War 1861 to 1865. President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, and the North's victory ended slavery. Reconstruction brought social and economic challenges to the South. In the 20th century, the U.S. became an industrial and economic powerhouse. In World War I 1914 to 1918, it joined the Allies in 1917, playing a key role. The 1920s saw economic prosperity, but the 1929 stock market crash triggered the Great Depression. In World War II 1939 to 1945, the U.S. entered after Japan's 1941 attack on Pearl Harbor, helping end the war with atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Cold War followed, with the U.S. competing against the Soviet Union. It led in projects like the Apollo program, landing humans on the Moon in 1969, and fought in the Korean and Vietnam Wars. The Soviet collapse in the 1990s left the U.S. as the world's sole superpower. On September 11, 2001, terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center and Pentagon launched the U.S. into a war on terror, leading to invasions of Afghanistan and Iraq. The 2008 financial crisis shook the global and U.S. economy, but recovery programs helped. Barack Obama became the first African American president in 2009. Technological advances, including the Internet, smartphones, and AI, transformed life. Social issues like climate change, racial equality, and immigration gained focus. By 2025, the U.S. faces political polarization, climate-related disasters, and competition with rising powers like China, yet remains a leader in technology, economy, and global culture.